Hi everybody, kia ora. Hope you've had an enjoyable day, whichever sessions that you tuned into. Don't forget that the sessions that you weren't able to tune into are all up on the website to watch on demand for the next 30 days, all aside from the last sessions, which will be up shortly. I want to thank, firstly, all the chairs today. There have been a few technical issues and gremlins and a few last-minute changes of chairs, so people were doing that on the fly. So thank you for the great work in navigating us through what's been a very packed agenda. And of course, thank you to the presenters. We've got another amazing range of presenters today, from incredibly analytical presentations through to authentic, honest voices of lived experience. And I particularly want to thank those people who came forward and told their truth with such honesty, and we needed to hear the things they were saying. If I take away a few things from the sessions overall, it is that culture is a living, evolving thing, and that it enriches all of us. I've learned a lot today by listening to people walk us through their art and the symbolic meaning of the art and how they use art to communicate and strengthen attachment to culture. And sometimes a culture which isn't our own culture can feel threatening in some way, but it isn't. It just adds to the richness and the diversity which we all share. And it is very clear listening to uh, the future leaders who spoke today, that their attachment to culture, their sense of belonging, identity, helped them reach their potential, helped them move forward. And I think that's a really strong lesson to learn. I think one of the things that I picked up on is that we heard lots of small fires of practitioner change in practice and strengthening practitioner practice. We saw some service level changes where people were changing the way that they run a particular part of a youth justice service. But what we are not seeing maybe is the system level change. And when we were talking to or listening to Justin Mohammed, that came through very clearly, that there are things happening now which were happening 30 years ago. And the time is now that we should be looking at changing social systems, changing the system of government that we work in terms of the agency we work in, to make sure that we all embrace the opportunity to change and learn from the lived experience and the people who are experiencing our services out there in the communities. Um, it was hard as someone who works within the system, who's someone who's employed to deliver the system, to hear people talk about a system which is biased, a system which still discriminates and treats young men and women who get caught up in the system very poorly. It's hard to hear that, but we have to hear it and we have to do better. And what I heard was hope and opportunities to change that people want to embrace. And that's the message I got through from today. So so I'll leave you with that thought that we are getting better, we can get better, but we have to accelerate that change at a system level. And have a good evening, and we'll see you all back tomorrow for day 3. Thank you very much.